Hey, good morning, everybody. I love that hard cut on that intro. Yeah, it works for me. Hey, guys. I just did my son's laugh. I'm about as well prepared as I was hoping to be this morning. I think I just haven't had enough coffee. That's my big issue. But good morning. Let's see. We got stuff to talk about. We're going to talk what's going on with Darren Young. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about USA Darts, what they've got coming up as far as upcoming match for tonight. We're going to talk about the Boylan Sports World Grand Prix. Sorry, I'm looking at a couple different monitors. And we're going to talk about people, players that are out, seeded players that are out of the World Grand Prix that are unexpected. We'll give you a little, we'll talk, well, I'm going to go over who's playing today and who's playing tomorrow in regards to that for round two. And we're going to just talk some other fun, cool stuff about darts and what's going on here with Atomic Darts. So good morning for me. Good afternoon to you, Scottish Lad. And good morning, Scott Carter. And I believe, Scott, you recently become a patron. Much appreciated. And good morning and evening to those. Sorry, I had to get a little coffee in. But first, I do want to mention that the Chiefs are 4-0. So the Kansas City Chiefs are 4-0. I think we're going for an undefeated season. That's where I'm going with that. So that's my Chiefs talk for today. Hey, Angela Mills, good morning. And yes, again, thanks, Scott. But before we get into it, got to thank my sponsors. Love my sponsors. These are great darts companies. One being Shot Darts, shotdarts.com. Just really good people, and they're really stepping their game up. They released a video yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go to Shot Darts on their Facebook page. I believe that's where it is. It just kind of tells you a little bit more about them and their availability and what they're doing for the darts community. Really good people, really like everybody that I deal with over there. It's been a lot of fun working with that company. And of course, they create some incredible barrels. The best barrel they ever created, though, of course, is the Atomic Darts barrel, which should be listed on the Atomic Darts website soon. So looking forward to getting that out to those that want those. And then, of course, Magicwear and the cool jerseys. Unfortunately, the way I got this camera cropped, you're not seeing as much of the jersey. I had a camera malfunction about 2 weeks ago, and I was trying to get it fixed, but I just went ahead and ordered a new camera. So I have this Sony A600, which doesn't look like a lot, but these things are not cheap. And I had the other body apparently went bad, and so did my lens that gives you a better view. So I ordered a new one of these guys, and that's this one right here. I'm waiting for the lens to come in. It's supposed to be in by Tuesday. And it just gives a better depth, and you guys can see more of the shirt that Jennifer Mounts designed, and will be available. We are going to do another availability of this particular shirt at some point. This is the first run. The second one, which I saw the design a couple days for, is phenomenal. It's holiday-esque. It's blue. It looks really, really good. And so Jen did a great design with that one as well. It's got the current logo, this logo on it. This one that I'm wearing has an original logo. It was kind of a logo we threw together. It was the first rendition of the logo, so that's what's on the back. We're going to release a couple more of this style. We're going to drop it for a short amount of time where you're available to order it. Those that have ordered their shirts, they should. I got to double check, but I believe they were going to be done this week and out. So I'll double check and let those that ordered know. So there's that basic business stuff that we need to do up front. So again, Shot Darts at shotdarts.com, just incredible stuff that they do. Just great company. And of course, Magicwear. If you've got a jersey need, you want just an off-the-shelf jersey, they've got great designs for that. If you want a semi-custom, they've got great designs for you to work with. If you want a full custom, they can do that as well. And they are also doing these shirts for Championship Darts Circuit. So there's a USA version and a Canadian version, and they've got shirts for USA Darts Productions, new shirts out for that. So just want to let you guys know that. Speaking of USA Darts Productions, let's really quickly jump into this right here. I just want to add this. There we go. Get my sponsors some love. Love these guys. But tonight, USA Darts Productions. If you go over to USA Darts Live, I think it is, on Facebook, you'll be able to watch this match. And it's between Cali West from the good old USA and Dana Foster from Canada. I always want to see Nova Scotia, but that's not the only place in Canada. But so you've got Cali West. Let me just do this here real quick. I'm gonna so you guys can see this. Blam! There you go. So you've got Cali West and Dana Foster. This is going to be tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard. You can find it on Facebook. You can find it on, I don't know what the T is. Oh, yeah, okay. And then, of course, Yahoo and, well, these are all their social media stuff. So you got Twitter, but it's going to be played on Facebook and YouTube. I don't think Twitter does video characters more than like 200 and something. So, but you'll find it there. And so you'll be able to watch that there. And I'm going to make a recommendation, guys. Check out LinkedIn. It's a wide open platform. And as you guys are a company and they are allowing video, like live streaming, to start happening, they're not allowing people like myself to do it just currently, but for someone like this or for something like this, they may allow that. So it's a pretty open market when it comes to live streaming. I'm just throwing it out there, Will, if you're watching, or Jen, if you're watching, go ahead and maybe check into. That'd be kind of interesting to see you guys on LinkedIn throwing out the darts, so all the business people can take a break and watch that stuff. So anyway, that's what's going on from USA Darts. And then I want to jump over here to Championship Darts, or the CDC Championship Darts Corporation. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in that world. We're going to talk Danny Baggish. If you guys did not catch any of they had 4 tournaments back to back to back. It was 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday, I believe is what it was, this past weekend. Incredible darts, some of the best darts players in the world, definitely in North America, Canada, and US, playing, Darren Young, Danny Lauby, and Danny Baggish, and just a slew of great players playing this past weekend. And Danny Baggish won 3 of the 4, which is incredible. Good morning, Will Stewart. So let me just throw out, hey, good morning, Matt. Thanks for the shout out. Oh, of course. Yep. Good. If you guys have any questions about LinkedIn, let me know. I know a couple players over there. And then Bullseyes and Brewskis, you guys are cracking me up with your videos. Jen Mounts did a design for their league. So awesome over there. But oh yeah, Championship Darts. Sorry, I got a little off track there. Just incredible matches. Really. I'm trying to just. Okay, guys, it was awesome to see. Will was killing it, doing the commentating. The video stuff was really great. I like watching that format. The players were really good. The play was good. It was fun to watch that tournament. So those at Championship Darts Corporation, thank you so much for putting that stuff out there and just making it available. There's not a pay situation for that, like with the PDC, that you're not paying to watch anything. It's out there. Guys, go check out the replays of those matches. There were some great matches, and Danny Bag is just killing it. Winning 3 tournaments out of the 4. And then Darren Young won the 3rd tournament in that day. And I want to talk a touch about Darren Young, and then I want to talk a little bit more about Champion Darts Circuit. And yes, Baggish almost took all 4 events. And yes, Darren got it. But I want to read this to you guys, because this does change up a few things within who's going where for the North American darts players. And so this was posted on Darren's Facebook page on October 6th, so 2 days ago. It says, and this is a quote from Darren's site. It says, "As some of you know, I've recently been diagnosed with vertigo. Thankfully, it's not a severe case, but it makes playing darts quite the experience, I can imagine. That being said, after careful consideration, I will not be attending the PDC World Cup in Austria next month. It was the hardest decision of my dart career, but it wouldn't be fair to hold out and hope it clears up before then." So, those that didn't know, Darren is dealing with a little bit of that. Good morning, Anthony. You're not going to like me in a second. Sorry, just throwing that out there. But Darren, thank you for sharing that. And for those that are of the praying bunch here in this group that follow, be praying for Darren. Vertigo is a pain in the butt. It makes everything difficult, let alone trying to play darts. And for him to win while dealing with such a thing is a feat in itself. It shows how great a darts player he really is. When the room and everything starts spinning on you, it just makes everything really hard to do. You're going to volley for Bagish on the World Cup. So no, Anthony, not. I actually was going to say my understanding is that Danny Lauby is the one that's taking Darren's spot, and I think that's good. Not to get into political issues, but I know that Danny Bagish has had. There's been some things in the past. I think for Lauby, with him going to the Alley Pally, I think this is a good move for him. I think I'm totally okay with that. So I don't get into that political piece or the numbers and all that other stuff. So you're good there. So my understanding is Danny Lauby is taking Darren Young's spot. So just so you guys know, those are some change-ups there, and that's what's going to happen. And again, prayers and good thoughts to Darren Young for this to go away, and we can get back to seeing you play some great darts, because you are a really fun guy to watch play. You're intimidating and scary, and yet a big teddy bear at the same time. So it's all kind of cool. So just wanted to share that with everybody. So now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the championship darts here. Oops, went to the PDC. Sorry, guys. I'm over here. And Anthony, you're watching this. No, you didn't suck in the booth, man. You were great, Anthony. Great stuff. But here's my dig. I love the championship dart circuit, as you guys know. And guys, feel free to chime in here all you want. And Anthony, what's up with the website, man? Like, where's some news about what I'm talking about? Where's something on here? You guys are into Series 3, and we still got Series 2 stuff up here. And I know, and this might be more of a cry to anybody out there that could help out with Championships Darts Corporation, because remember, this is all volunteers. There's not like money being thrown in here. Everybody's volunteering their time to help with this. Maybe someone being able to help volunteer some time with updating the website, keeping stats up to date, keeping news up to date. That would be awesome. There was a gentleman that I had on the show, and I just blanked, Dax Mana. So maybe Dax could help out because he does write some, but I was a little disappointed when I went to try and find some information this morning and I couldn't. So there's my I don't want to say dig, disappointment. We'll just leave it at that. But I was hoping to find a little bit more information on what I was talking about to make sure I wasn't shooting my mouth off, because maybe Danny Bagish had been put in place for Darren Young. And what I understand is it's Lauby who, in my opinion, that's a good pick for that, especially where things are going. So other than that, Anthony, love you guys. Love what you guys are doing for the darts community here in North America. And if you guys don't know, there are players around the world that are really catching on to what's going on over here. So great stuff. Really quickly, I do want to jump over to this right here. Why am I down here? Dancing Dimitri. I don't know if you guys saw. Anybody watching the World Grand Prix? So let me know in the comments. And if you guys are enjoying this, smash the like, smash the heart button. But is anybody... Oops, my mouse got stuck. There we go. If anybody's watching the last 2 days, it's been some fun darts, but I noticed that Dancing Dimitri had a knee brace on. So the dancing wasn't as danceable because he's got some knee issues. But really what I wanted to talk about over here is what's coming up today. And let's talk about some big players that have dropped out. Been dropped out. I didn't drop out. They've been dropped out. So players that you are not going to see. So if you haven't watched the last 2 days, plug your ears, plug your eyes, whatever you want to do. But here is the seeded players that have been dropped in the first round. You have Michael Smith. Dancing Dimitri dropped him out. James Wade, who won this tournament 2 years ago, and this is his tournament. This is a format that he really loves, but he got dropped. Daryl Gurney, it's a give or take with Daryl. I like Daryl, but he either comes and he plays well or he doesn't. The Asp, Nathan Aspinall, got dumped yesterday. Glenn Durant got beat yesterday. And then Peter Wright just never got going. And Peter lost as well. So those are some notable players that are out. MVG almost lost, came very close to losing to the Polish Eagle. And so those are some notables that are out. So today for the second round, we've got Dimitri Vandenberg and Derek Van Duvenbode. I don't know. I'm probably crushing that name, but I'm American. We can't speak anyway. Marvin King, Simon Whitlock. That's going to be a really good one. Excited to see that one. Gary Anderson versus Danny Norbert. And that's another good one. I'm rooting for Gary Anderson just because I'm old and I like the old guys. And then MVG against Devin Peterson, which I'm going to give it to Devin. I think he wins this. I don't think he wins this tournament, but I think he beats MVG. And yeah, that's my prediction. So predicting on this, I think Dancing Dimitri wins. Marvin King, Simon Whitlock, dude, I could flip a coin on that one. I'm going to go with Marvin on that one. And then I'm going to go Gary Anderson, and I'm going to go Devin. So there's my picks. Who do you guys think is going to win? Peter needs to stop changing his darts. Dude, it's his way. It's how he does it. Yes, it is insane who dropped out. So just reading some comments. Thanks, Angela and Niels. What's going on, Niels? So Friday, and I'm reading a monitor way over here. We got Ryan Joyce against Dave Chisnell. Chisnell looked on fire. Looked like him old self. So excited to see that. And then you got Joe Collin against Johnny Clayton. Wow, that's going to be a good one on Friday. I like both of them, so that's going to be really interesting. And then Gerwin Price against Kim Hybricks. And then Gabriel Clemens against Jeffrey DeSwan. That's another good matchup that I think is going to be really good. So we've got some really good darts coming up. But today, so it's at, I believe, 11 o'clock California time is when the PDC starts. So there's a little rundown on players that are out, play that is going to happen here. And I'm going to stop sharing this, and you guys get to look at my crazy mug. What do you guys think about some of the play that's happened? And I do want to mention, for those that do not know the format or catch this later and are wondering about the format of what they're watching on the PDC. So this is a tournament. I think it's the only one that they do during the year. I can't think of another one where they do this, but it's basically a double in, double out. And what that means, if you're not familiar with darts, is to start the game off, you have to start by hitting a double. Just like how you finish the game, you finish with a double. So this is a double in, double out. So if you're typically watching darts, you'll see people just start throwing at the 20, which confuses a lot of people because they're throwing at the triple 20 and everybody thinks you're supposed to throw at the bullseye. It's probably the number one asked question about darts. Why are people not throwing at the bullseye? It's because the triple 20s were 60 points versus 50 points for that little red spot. So that's why. So in this game, which you can still get a 9 darter, there have been 3 during this tournament in the history of it. 2 of them came back to back, and that was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. But again, it's double in, double out. So you have to hit a double, and then you can start scoring, and then you have to end on a double. So if you did not understand what was going on, that's what's going on. Glad I could share that with you. So I love Tanner here. Woodlock is only in the tournament due to 2 others having tested positive for COVID. Okay, so he's going to win all or to Swan. Okay, that would be interesting to see Whitlock come and sweep this thing as he was an alternate due to COVID. And then Niels has got Devin for the win. Yes, Hybrix looks pretty good with the new shirt. He's with Bulls now, and he's got the new shirt going and some new darts. Looks pretty good. I did enjoy the look that he's come with. I'm still on the fence about Hybrix, is whether I root for him or not. I have players that I specifically certainly root for. It's hard when they play against each other. I can't say that there's a darts player I don't like. Is there a darts player that you don't like? I know everybody kind of gets on Gerwin for his antics, but I think we've all gotten over that. And we see that he is a good darts player, someone coming from rugby that within, 6 years or so is at the top rankings of the PDC. But seriously, I mean, are there players that you guys just are not big fans of? I can't think of anybody specifically. There's some players where I'm not big on their style because maybe they're super slow. But all in all, I can't think of any that I don't. I'm not for MVG. See, I don't have a problem with MVG. I like his swagger. I like his bravado. It's waned. He's shown humanism. And he's showing it in his comments sometimes, at least when he loses. When he wins, he's still got the bravado, which I like. So the Minutemen League just switched. Sorry, I'm looking at some comments. Oh, I have friends. Hi, friend. You want to say hi to everybody? All right. Oh, say hi. Good morning. All right, see ya. She's got to get her bit in. Hey, good morning, Larry. Speaking of little kids and so forth, and I did want to bring this up with everybody. There have been a couple questions thrown at me in regards to reviews, like why haven't we seen as many reviews? What's been the situation with that? As if you noticed, I didn't do any interviews this week. Didn't do a show earlier this week. But next week I'll get back on track. Speaking of interviews, Niels, if you're interested in doing an interview, we can talk some YouTube stuff and what it's like doing stuff on your side of the pond versus my side of the pond. Hit me up, DM me. I'd love to have you on the show. Thank you. She is cute. She turned 5 on Monday. What you do not see is the horns that she has. She has them. Her mom's a redhead, even though she's a blonde, but she is a redhead in spirit. I'll just say that much, but she is pretty awesome. What's going on, Dax? How are you? Dax, I need to get you connected with Anthony and the guys over at Championship Darts Corporation Circuit. And they need some help with updating their website and keeping some writing stuff going. So just throwing that out there. You were the first guy that came to mind. So back to the questions that have come in, it's like, why hasn't there been as much? A couple of different reasons. One, I moved around my area here, have done a couple of different things. And actually, you can kind of catch right there. There's a Nexus hanging there. I got the Nexus in. So there is a review coming on that. And there's this really killer light by 180 Darts, the Illumina, which that review will be out in the next day or two. Just got to clean it up. But the question has come into me in regards to that. And And yes, Angela, I shot back an email. Sorry, I'm getting off track here. In regards to doing an interview, let's set that up for next week. Okay, done. Yes, Dax, good. I'm glad that you know them and that they know you, but they, nudge them a little because got to get that up to par. But so in all honesty, the last 2-3 weeks, I've kind of felt a little burnout, and we're doing the videos, doing this stuff, doing my normal jobs, having kids, family, birthday party happening. So I kind of went through a little bit of a burnout phase, but I'm feeling much better, back into it. Just needed a break. So that's really it. But I'm probably not going to be hitting it as hard. So I'll probably be doing 2, maybe 3 reviews a week on product. And then, of course, doing the show. So we're going to go to this kind of format of news-esque, which I was playing with today, trying to get the feel of it as we talk about things. We're going to start doing that on Tuesdays, and then trying to do an interview during the week. So there's a little bit more just about what's going on with me. Dart book is coming along really well. The other book on social media for the darts player, we've added in a piece for virtual. So I did a bunch of research and read a bunch of, what's going on with the virtual world of darts. And so I'm working with my ghost writer, because I'm not a really great writer. I'm not a writer at all. I'll just be honest. I'm working with him on getting that out. Should be done first draft in the next week or 2, and then we'll get it out, and it'll be something that'll be available for those that need a little bit of help with social media and that are darts players, or anybody. It doesn't really matter. So having a little bit of coffee there. Angela, hopefully your coffee's doing well, because I believe you got your hands on one of the Coffee and Darts mugs, and that has arrived. So hopefully you're enjoying that. Other interesting facts and news going on in the darts world. I was looking up so interesting article that came up, and I was wondering. So I just saw this. So Danny Baggish has secured a return to the William Hill World Cup Championship, while Darren Young and Chuck represent USA at the Bet Victor World Cup of Darts, which, of course, that's not happening because Darren has had to back out. So based on Danny's wins this past weekend, and sorry, I just clicked on this, he has secured his spot back at the Ali Pally. This is an old article. Okay, that's why I'm getting mixed up. I was like, what the heck is this? All right, never mind. See, news. Can't ever trust it. I'm telling you, can't trust the news. I just got, I'm sorry, guys. I just got messaged on Facebook by someone that had a comment in regards to the website for the championship dart circuit. Again, guys, we got to find them some help. Again, remember, these guys all volunteer their time. So if you didn't know that, there's not a huge amount of money that's being thrown at them. The sponsorship monies that they have go to help pay for equipment, bringing equipment to these tournaments, flights, hotels, the stay. There's not money being paid really to the staff. It's more on a volunteer standpoint. So when it comes to things like the website, they probably could use a little love, a little help. Anybody out there that knows WordPress and wants to give them some love, jump on that. It would be much appreciated for them and for those of us in the darts community. Okay, so here's a question that came up. And guys, throw questions at me. I'm totally up for them. Question, do you have to wear a mask in the U.S. if you play darts? We played Friday, first time competition, but it has been stopped because every pub has to be closed at 23 hour. So, Dave, here in America, it depends on the state. It depends on the county, depends on the city. There are a huge amount of dependencies as to whether you need to wear a mask, what in public, just walking around, technically in particular stores, in certain pubs or places where you would play darts. It really is varying. I live in California, where it's a little crazy because in certain places you don't have to wear them, and in other places you do have to wear them. And our governor just put out a notice that you're supposed to wear your mask in restaurants. You pull your mask down, put your food in, and then put it back up to chew. And I'm still trying to figure out how that works, but nobody's complying with that one. So it is, it's quite interesting here. I know that for my league, I can speak about that. We're going to be doing virtual plus in-person play where we play. And I'm sure that there will be masks required to some degree. Like if you're just in the building, I think while you're playing, they're not required, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. I haven't seen the rules come out from the league yet, but we're supposed to start play soon. So I expect that to be coming. I have been in some places that have dartboards, and the people that were playing darts were not wearing masks. If you were sitting at a table and you had a drink, you were not required to have your mask on. So again, it's really dependent. I know certain states where people, for the most part, aren't wearing masks. And I know certain areas of certain states where people just whoever is the mayor is like, we're not doing the mask thing. Or if you're at a restaurant or a bar, you need to wear it till you get to the door. So hopefully that answered your question. It's just so all over the place right now. It's a little quirky and crazy. My opinion is let's all just get it and then be done with it. But that may be the wrong opinion. But today opinions matter, I guess. I don't know. Let's get off that topic. I'm getting dinged over on this screen here. I don't have a question about the World Championship spot. No question whatsoever about that. Let's see. So in some comments here. Hey, Austie TV, how's it going? If you guys don't follow Austie TV, check out Austie TV, especially over on Instagram. He posts some really cool stuff, and he gets some really good information out there, what's going on in the darts world. Scott Carter says, we just started to play in person only when in the guidelines set by the state. So again, it's depending on the state. So Angela says, mask only on entry on all tournaments since June. So I guess once you're in, you're okay. I don't know if there's any bigger tournaments. I don't know. Did championships start the circuit? Anthony, if any of you are listening, did you guys test players prior to play? I don't know if that's a requirement at all. I know PDC is testing and then quarantining everybody, like everybody's stuck in their hotel, essentially. But that's a different world. So totally different. Who's going to the World Cup in place of Darren? So Tanner, my understanding is the replacement is Danny Lobby. And that's my understanding, is that's what is happening in regards to that. I don't, as far as I know, Baggish is not going. It's so Anthony, you can correct me since you're still on here if that is correct, as to who's taken Darren's place. But you guys, keep Darren in your thoughts. Keep Darren in your prayers. Oh, and there's something else that happened yesterday that I need to make sure that we talk about. We need to, as a collective, do something here. I'll get into that in a second. Let's see. Nashville does temp checks at some bars. Okay. So So they didn't do anything particular with the CDC other than temperature. They did temperature checks, which is pretty, like if you go to Vegas, every hotel you walk into and every place you go, you have to walk through these little temperature check stations, which is, a different thing. And then requiring masks when not playing, and scorekeepers were required over at the CDC. And yes, it is Danny Lauby who is up next for that spot. So that answers that. Tanner wanted to go. Anthony, come on. Sorry, got to throw that in there. I love Tanner. He's a great guy. He's been on the show. But so is Danny. So can we just throw the two of them in there? They've been on the show. Can we make that happen? So you guys just got a preview in regards to that, because apparently we've got to wait and confirm everything with the PDC. So there you go. So, and Scottish Lad is going to get into a pub league as soon as this all clears up. That's a good thing. Yeah, guys, if you're not, hey, I just saw this post, and this is by the gentleman who does the design work for Shot Darts. I saw this morning. He said, hey, what was it? If the day gives you lemons, just throw darts. I think that should be like a saying right there. But I'm going to transition in regards to that. There are grand board leagues out there that have crash prizes and are doing tournaments. I haven't seen a Nexus league, but I just got my Nexus. I am going to do a review of those two boards, because there are some pros and cons to both boards. As far as construction goes and playability in the app, they're both really good boards. I'm favoring one over the other right now, but I'm going to do that. Oh, and I want to let you guys know something else I wanted to do. I did get these in. So I just got in the new voltage. So we'll be doing a review on those. They're pretty sweet. Here, I'll open them up. And then, why am I blanking on a name here? But check these things out. These are pretty sweet. And these do have the Swiss point with them. I don't know how well. There you go. These things are pretty nice. They've got a nice grip to them, and they got the Swiss point, but really nice looking barrel right there. So we'll be getting that reviewed. And then I got the orbs in. I really wanted to take a look at these. I am looking at getting some of the other ones in, but I got to buy them. And man, some of the stuff the Target puts out is expensive. So, but I have not opened these yet. Let's go look at these real quick. So this is an 80% tungsten barrel. So these are a little bit less expensive. They're actually fairly inexpensive. And this is a pretty good looking barrel right here. Very traditional. It's got a little bit of a dip right in here. A little bit of a concave. And that nice front. And there goes Mrs. Atomic with the water. This is similar to my barrel. Man, I don't know. I think we're stealing designs here. So it's got that little bit. I've got a little concave in there. They've got it right in there. They got a nice push point in the middle, though. So that's the orb. That's pretty cool. So look for reviews on those coming in the next week. And then I'm going to try and get my hands on the other Target stuff. I thought they were going to be sending me some stuff. Honestly, they had reached out to me about some things, and then they went quiet. So I went ahead and purchased these because they were available, and then the other stuff is now available, and I will be purchasing that stuff, and we'll do some reviews on it. Why am I blanking? I'm blanking on a name. There's something that I really want to make sure we talk about. I just need to see the right thing to refresh my memory. This is driving me nuts right now. I have a set of his darts laying around here because I can't think of... All right, guys, I'm going to ask you guys the question because waiting a bowl lights to have a look at. Andy, I did a review on the bowl lights. Hold on a second. So there are a bunch of versions of the bowl light. Sorry, I know I kind of jumped around there because I'm looking for this. Who's the commentator for the PDC who used to play? Why can't I think of his name? Someone please throw that out there. But the bull lights, and these are actually available at atomicdarts.com right now because these are the ones I reviewed, and I've got them like 20 or 30 bucks off what they normally go for. The memory thing, no joke, Angela. Oh my gosh. Marble, thank you. So these are pretty cool. This is the 21 gram, but they've got like 5 versions of this barrel. So I did a review on that one. These are available if anybody wanted to go get them at Atomic Darts. But Wayne Mardle, guys, I'm a huge Wayne fan, which is funny because he and I have the same humor. Like, I'm crass when I'm just around people. Okay, but here's what I need. Rod, it wasn't Rod Harrington, but thank you, Anthony C. Rod, I could remember. Wayne, I can't. Why? All right, guys, here's where I need your help with Wayne Mardle. So if you guys did not see any of the PDC yesterday, in particular, I don't remember which match it was. Cricket was brought up, the game of cricket. And Wayne didn't have anything nice to say about it. He basically kind of poo-pooed the idea of playing cricket as a sport or being anything because, of course, it's American. And he's like me. He's very European, and I'm very American. So, yes, Hawaii 501. I have his barrels. I did a review on them. I like his barrels a lot. But here's what I'd like to do today. And I'm going to do this here. Where's my phone? I think we should all get a picture of a cricket and just post it on Twitter because he lives more on Twitter than anything else. Just post a cricket and post it to him. Just, if you don't follow him on Twitter, follow him, and we all need to just post crickets and just tag him in all of that stuff today. I think that would be kind of hilarious as he'll be checking his phone, especially going into the tournament. Yes, David, thank you for the Mardle. I can't believe I totally blanked on his name, but I think that would be funny. I know I'm going to do that, but he was dogging on the idea of playing cricket. And I guess maybe it's just us Americans that care about that, or North Americans. But I think we should all flood him with just pictures of crickets, just cartoon crickets, real crickets with American flags on them. That I think would even be better. But thanks, Andy. So you agree with him that cricket's not really a sport, but cricket is a sport, guys. And you know what I don't talk enough about here is probably soft tip. I need to spend more time talking about soft tip because I have 2 soft tip boards up and 1 steel tip board. I play a ton of soft tip with my kid. I actually have 3 soft tip boards up because Dylan has a board at 4 because he has one in his bedroom. But anyway, and I play in a steel tip league. So that's that. Yeah. So I think we should, and I should talk more about soft tip. I just don't hear enough about it out there. So if you guys know of tournament stuff that's going on with soft tip or sites to go to, please hit me up. Drop me a DM on places where I can get the information for what's going on with soft tip. I've looked around and there's some stuff that I can get, but I know that there's pieces out there or there's websites out there that I'm missing on that. So that would be really awesome to get that information. I know there are some soft tip YouTube channels that have come out, and there's a like soft tip UK and soft tip USA, I think are the ones. So that would be awesome. Bullseye and Brewski, they play soft tip. And wonder why the sport doesn't grow. Well, Niels, I'd love to play you on the Nexus. I just put the app on my phone. I got to log in. I got my card over there. That's on my schedule to do today. Yeah, I've seen some soft tip tournaments on Facebook, Niels, but not a lot. And maybe it's because everything is so kind of censored to what you look at that I'm not seeing as much soft tip. That's why I'm asking, because there are probably people that are really looking at soft tip more than I am. And we should be talking about that as much as we're talking about steel tip here on this show, because this show is about darts as a whole. So I love that you guys are all loving some cricket. He mentioned, yes, Larry, that there's no strategy in playing cricket. He also said a couple other comments about cricket. And of course, being that it's a USA game, He doesn't like it. And so I think we need to get back at him and do that. And I'll say on the East Coast, cricket is much more, as Bullseyes and Brewski talks about being in a league. The East Coast is much more flooded with the soft tip and the cricket than I see here on the West Coast. West Coast is much more steel tip from what I see. And of course, I live in the steel tip world because the league I play in is steel tip. So I'm red on Nexus. Anyone who sees it, play me. So Angela, yeah, great. Sorry, I'm just going through the comments. I'll get my target board up once I'm better. I'll come find you. Yes, Sandra, I'm looking forward to it. So I got the Nexus, Sandra, because of you. I got one, and it's up right there. Just kind of turn this thing. It's there. It's right here. And I got to show this light to you guys. So this light, this is the 180 Illumina. Look at the board. Now look at the board. This light it's pretty awesome. It's about $100. It's putting a bad shadow on my snake bite. Oh, no, it's not. But that light is an awesome light. Ooh, turn the camera again. Turn this thing. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Great light for about $100. Highly recommend. I know A to Z has them, so I would do that. Tactics, yes, David. It is more referred to as Tactics over in the UK, but it's still not as loved or perceived as being a sport as much as the 01 games, which it's not 01, it's 01. O is a letter. But anyway, Japan, Philippines, USA, and China are good in soft tip. Yes, there's a lot of Asia plays a lot of soft tip. And I haven't seen really any tournaments coming out of Asia, and I may just be missing them. So again, if you guys know of anything, throw it at me. I'd love to at least be talking about it. So Germany's playing a lot of soft tip. That's news to me. Xander, that was the 180 Illumina. So I just finished the review on this guy. This is it. No. This thing's pretty sweet. It was $100. It's got 4,000 K. Great, just a really great light for the cost. It's aluminum, well made. I like the way that it sits up there. I don't know if I can get the camera to tilt up there. I can't. So you have to watch the review. But all in all, I liked that light. It was like about $100. So and Scott Carter, yeah, thanks for making a comment about the Sight Right. I noticed that you said that you'd picked one up, I think, off eBay or something. And I think the Sight Right's a great product by Winmore, Winmo, and glad that's helping your game. And you're welcome, Sandra. Again, great light. There are a lot of players, Andy, as you bring up Menser, in regards to soft tip that have moved over to the PDC and steel tip. There are quite a few players. I can't say a lot, but there are a good handful that are showing their darts ability, and they started in the soft tip world and have moved over. I'm looking forward for the championship dart circuit to spread its wings into soft tip. This is a question that I didn't ask when the guys were on the channel last week, and it is a question that I'm hoping to. I know Winmore's correct. I like to say Winmo, but it's Winmore. I get it. It's just they don't know how to spell. It's very un-American. But I would love to ping Anthony and the guys, David and so forth, over at Championship Dart Circuit as to expanding into the soft tip arena. But I know it takes money, but I think that'd be cool. Yes, Makura, she definitely soft tip player that has done well in steel tip for the ladies. The other lights are only for steel tip as far as Target and Unicorn. The older Target ring light that they had allowed you to flex the feet out, and I actually have that one over my grand board. The newer Target lighting system is only for a steel tip board or a round board. It's steel tip, unless there's a soft tip board that ever gets made that is the exact same size as a steel tip. That is correct. There aren't a lot of lights for soft tip, but of course 180 being more in the soft tip world as far as they're known for, soft tip barrels, soft tip players. Of course, they do stuff in the steel tip world, but I think it's a great light, and it really doesn't give any shadow, which is really nice. I expected Target to come out with something because of the popularity of the Nexus, but they have not in regards to lighting. So it's a great light for any dartboard. I will just say that. As much as I like the ring lights, this really does illuminate very, very well. So great, Anthony. So next time we chat, we'll talk about it. Let's see if maybe we can do something in early November. We'll talk about, of course, the upcoming World Championships, and we can talk more about soft tip, steel tip, and all the fun stuff that the Championship Dart Circuit will be bringing to the table. And guys, I do want to point out again, they do have some cool. So I talk about how the finances in there. So to help them out, they have created some cool new Chotsky stuff. They've got the jerseys, and I believe they're going to look into doing some other products. And Anthony, if you guys want to call me and talk about that, I can help you at least, putting the store stuff together. So let's chat about it. But guys, reach out to them. You can just shoot them an email and say, hey, I'd like to get a jersey, or, just again, that organization is doing so much for the darts community here in North America, and they just need a little bit of help from us, the players. They need us to kind of step up. It's a players organization, and we as the players really get to help that organization. One of the players there has been a longtime friend of Atomic Darts, Gino, and I know he doesn't have an opportunity to watch this particular show, but I'm hoping to get Gino to come on the line and do this. So he is one of the tour card holders for the Championship Dart Circuit, and good longtime friend. And I just wanted to give him a shout out. Gino's a great guy over on the East Coast. Just a really good guy. And if you need a deck built, reach out to Gino. You'll find him in my friends thing. You're probably friends with him if you're in darts, because the guy can build a deck for you like no other. Paul Lim used to play for USA and now Singapore. Don't think you have to worry about shadow on the Grand or Nexus. The boards light up. So the Nexus does not light up, as far as, at least maybe I haven't gotten it to. Again, I just installed it a couple days ago, and Dylan and I have been playing on it. But mine doesn't light up, but maybe I need to change the settings. The new Grand boards, so the 3s, do light. They do have some lighting on them, but I like to illuminate the board personally for lighting. Paul Lim is such an awesome player. Yes. That comes from Scottish Lad. I'm just going through comments, guys. Well, Andy, thanks for watching the show, and I think you'll enjoy it when I'm doing interviews. It's a little bit more fun than just me rambling and talking about darts. So thanks for catching the show and watching. Please come back and check it out. Happy to have you aboard. So yeah, the Nexus does not light up. Thank you, Angela. I didn't think so. That is one of the pros to the Grand board over the Nexus. But again, I'm going to do a review on the two of them now that I have both of them and I've played on both of them. There are definitely pros and cons to them. Just the screen does stuff on the Nexus. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. It's pretty cool to have the screen there. I haven't played anybody yet, but I've got to finish filling out my thing. So Niels, I'll hit you up and maybe we can play a quick match. But guys, it is getting to that time where we have to close out the show because I have to do this thing called go to work. If I win the lottery, I could just do this all the time and not have to go to work. So I'm trying, trust me. Everybody, it's been fun hanging out today. Just talking some darts, doing some of the new stuff at first. I need to build that out. But I do want to get to a position where we're talking more news-worthy stuff in the darts community. We'll talk about upcoming tournaments for the Bearded Dart Guy and others that are showing stuff online. I just need to do a little bit more homework. That is my bad. Talk about what's going on with the PDC. We'll talk about what's going on with the Championships Darts Circuit, as well as I'll find some information out on Soft Tip. And hopefully we can bring in a person to do a short interview on those shows. They are going to be Tuesday mornings, and I'm going to keep it static so that you guys can count on that happening. We'll talk about the past week and the upcoming week in darts. So starting next Tuesday, I'm going to start that. It may be ugly at first. It may be short at first, but we'll build it out, and with your help, we'll make it better. So with that said, if there's darts news that you guys would like me to be talking about, or tournament stuff you'd like me to be talking about, or there's specific information out there that you think needs to be shared, please DM me, email me. You can email me at atomicdarts@gmail.com, atomicdarts@gmail.com, or you can find me at Atomic Darts on Facebook, or just go to Matthew Harper. You'll see the picture of me. It's a cartoon picture of me holding a dart. Just DM me, find me, email me, whatever you need to do. Let me know, and I'll be happy to look into it and see what I can do about bringing it. My goal here is to bring great news, good information about darts to the darts community, to you, keep you informed, have some fun with it, and do interviews along the way. So there'll be an interview next week. I'm going to set that up. And we'll continue moving forward. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out Atomic Darts at atomicdarts.com. You can find some cool stuff like these darts and other darts that I have reviewed in the past that you'll be able to purchase at a discount, as well as cool coffee mugs. Don't forget to check out Patreon, patreon.com/atomicdarts. Become a patron, get some cool stuff, and have the opportunity to win cool stuff each quarter. And I want to thank Shot Darts at shotdarts.com. Shot Darts, again, great supporter of the show and of the darts community, and of course Magicwear and their wonderful products and gen mounts over there. So thank you guys for watching the show. I'm going to get some work done, and then I'm going to take a long lunch break so I can watch some PDC. Hopefully I'll see you guys out there. Have a great day. How do I get a cup? Sandra, DM me. We'll figure that one out. Maybe I'll get you on the show, because if you're on the show, basically you get a cup or a hat for being a guest on the show. So, or you can, of course, go purchase one at the Atomic Darts website. But you and I go way back. DM me. We'll talk. Hey, guys, again, thank you so much for hanging in with me. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy the darts today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So we got 4 more days of incredible darts over at the PDC. And don't forget, tonight, USA Darts. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We've got some really great darts coming from the USA Darts. So check that out. That's going to be a virtual matchup. And I just blanked on who it is. It is Cali West against Dana Foster. So you get to watch the girls go head-to-head and bang that one out. That's going to be fun to watch. I got to put my money on Cali West. I just got to be honest. I'm going to leave that one alone. It's just the way it goes. So, guys, thanks again. Happy darting. Have a great day. See you guys on Tuesday, and enjoy the weekend. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Wait, where's my end screen? Got to get that up. There we go. See you guys.